KPRC2 News begins right now with breaking news.
And we continue to follow breaking news and update on the search for missing 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham.
Investigators say they have found Audrei's body. It was found in the Trinity River in Polk County. KPRC2's Corley Peel is live in Polk County now. She has the very latest for us. Corley.
A heartbreaking update we learned this afternoon. Like you mentioned, detectives said that Audrei's body was found in the Trinity River, and we're here off 59, not far from that bridge where we saw a lot of the focus around that search this afternoon. We also learned that the person of interest, Stephen McDougal, he is now considered a suspect, and the Polk County DA says they've issued search warrants for him, and they will be charging him with capital murder. Now, he is already in jail on an unrelated aggravated assault charge that happened back in August, so they've had him in jail this whole entire time. They've had a lot that went into this search over the past few days. When that Amber Alert was issued on Thursday, Polk County Sheriff talked about what all went into this, what led them to Audrei's body. Take a listen to see what evidence they collected over the past few days that helped them in this search.
Based on all of the evidence that law enforcement has collected, they are in the process of preparing the appropriate arrest warrants for Don Stephen McDougal. At this time, we believe the appropriate arrest warrant is going to be for capital murder in the death of Audrii Cunningham. He is currently still in jail under an unrelated felony charge here.
Now, based on that evidence that they collected, the sheriff says they were able to get that warrant. They said that they had enough evidence that they believe he could be convicted for capital murder. They said the evidence that they found over the past few days includes McDougal's cell phone and videos that witnesses sent in over the past few days. They said that they were able to collect some information from McDougal over the past time, but again, he had been hot and cold over the past few days, giving them information about where Audrii could be. Now, they wouldn't give much information about how they found Audrii or the condition of her body. They said that her body will be transported to the medical examiner, who will then determine the cause of death. But a tragic situation. A lot went into this search over the past several days. We saw agencies from all over the area coming together, searching the Trinity River by boat, by land, looking for any trace of Audrii that they could find. Just a tragic outcome that happened here this afternoon. This all started on Thursday when investigators say that Audrii was supposed to get on the school bus that morning, but she never showed up. McDougal was the person that was to make sure that she got on that bus that morning, but she didn't. They said that he typically walks her to the bus. That's something that he regularly does. We also learned that he is close with her family and lives in a camper behind their home here in Livingston. Just a tragic situation as to why this would happen. The motive, that's still unclear. There is still a lot of information that we are working to get answered at this time, but at this point we know that this criminal investigation, this murder investigation, it's just about to start now that they have that search warrant and Audrei's body has been found. But again, we are staying on top of this case, and we will continue to keep you updated as soon as we learn more. Reporting live from Polk County, Corley Peel, KPRC2 News.
And Corley, while we have you here live, we did hear the Polk County Sheriff really thank the number of agencies involved in this search and also the public. They put out that appeal yesterday for folks to send in any video evidence they might have, and he did say that they have collected substantial evidence that will go towards this case.
That's right. I mean, the amount of help from the community has been unreal. We've been out here the past few days, you know, during this search, seeing those crews, but we've also seen a large amount of volunteers that have taken time out of their day just looking for any trace of Audrii, trying to help as much as they could. We also obtained video from witnesses that showed McDougal on Friday outside some stores in Livingston talking to some police officers before he was officially arrested. So everybody's been on their toes. Everybody's been paying attention, sending in as many videos, checking their surveillance cameras if they saw his car, saw him in the area at any point in time between Thursday and Friday, really helping piece together that timeline, which ultimately helped detectives lead them to Audrii today.
Still not the news that any of us wanted to hear. Our hearts very heavy having to report this. Thank you so much, Corley.
Yes, that's definitely what we were not hoping to hear. We were hoping that she would be found alive somewhere and would be able to be brought back home to her mom. But a lot of people was fearing the worst, and the worst is what happened. They were able to lower the river, and the Trinity River, by closing the dam, and by when they lowered the river waters, they were able to find her body tied to a rock right underneath the 59 bridge. And of course, the suspect, they're arrested for this. Well, he was already arrested. Don Stephen McDougal. I kept calling him McDiddle in the episode. I had to stop. It's getting ridiculous. We had Don Stephen McDougal was charged with capital murder in connection with Audrii Cunningham's death per Texas authorities. Now, as for the death penalty, if they're going to go death penalty or they're going to go life without parole, it all depends on once they found her body, they sent her to the Harris County to do autopsy on her to see what was the cause of death. And I think they put that out not too long ago. I will look that up. And they'll go off of that if they're going to go for the death penalty or life without parole. Also, McDougal was a family friend who took her to school as recently as February 12th, 3 days before her disappearance, school officials told people. And of course, she never got on the bus. Audrii's family said in a statement they were not aware of McDougal's past, of his charge of enticing a minor in Trinity County. That was because he pled guilty. He did not have to register as a sex offender. Audrii's family was devastated and grieving about what happened to their little ray of sunshine, Audrii. The family said in a statement to Fox 26 after authorities charged a family friend, a so-called friend, in connection with her death. McDougal, 42, he was living in a trailer by Audrii's family's property and was a friend of her father's. CNN reported previously citing the Polk County Sheriff's Office. On February 15th, Audrii disappeared on her way to school, authorities said at the time, adding that McDougal was the last person to see her, per CNN. He was supposed to bring her to the bus stop, and he said he used to do that a lot, but a lot of people said that he was not normally taking her. She used to walk to the bus stop herself. And again, her body was found Tuesday after it went missing. She was missing on Thursday. Found Tuesday. McDougal was charged with the murder a day later. Authorities confirmed with people at the time. Now the girl's family is speaking out about McDougal in a statement in which they describe Audrii as charismatic, beautiful, talented, and kind, and call McDougal a monster we thought was a friend. Of course, he had swastika tattoos all over him. I'll post pictures of him on my Facebook page. I know appearance doesn't mean he's a bad guy, but still. A lot of people think that her dad met him in prison. But yeah, they said we are being attacked and criticized on social media platforms for showing compassion and mercy to his formerly incarcerated person, like I said, but our interactions with the person were a result of faith, which teaches us to give our fellow man a second chance, the family added. But yeah, McDougal was not the person to do that. McDougal had a prior conviction of enticing a child in connection with the 2007 incident. He pleaded no contest to that case and received a 2-year prison sentence. His past victim actually said that the system actually failed Audrii by allowing him no sentence time, no jail time, or even making him register as a sex offender. Maybe that way the family would know him, because they said they did not know nothing about his past. They stated to the press that all they wanted to do was just give this guy a second chance, because if he was a convict, and they want to give him a second chance because a lot of convicts do not have that opportunity to move on with their life. And I guess this is how we repay the family. But yeah, he is in prison right now facing capital murder. I will come back to this once on my second podcast called Truck Stop Murder and True Crime Podcast. I'll come back to that and give out the sentencing, talk about that, if you got the death penalty or life in prison. But yeah, this is definitely one that really hit home for me, because I am from Livingston. As a matter of fact, when I first moved there, back when I got out of the Army, I lived right down the street from where this has happened, where this all occurred at. And if I would have stayed there, my daughter Dahlia, she's 11 years old, she wouldn't have went to school with her. So, yeah, there you have it. He's in jail. Poor Audrii. They've been having ceremonies for her constantly. They've been treating her amazingly. If you live in Livingston or Polk County, go underneath on the bridge on 59, right there by the Trinity River, right when you get into Polk County from, I forgot what the county is, but if you take 59, right when you pass Shepherd, if you're going north on 59 through Cleveland, past Shepherd, as soon as you pass Shepherd, you'll get to a bridge. That's where the Trinity River Bridge is at. And right below there, that's where they found her body. Stop there. They have a big, huge memorial. In fact, they had just brung her home today. They had a big parade. All the fire trucks and ambulances, the police giving her an escort back to Livingston from Harris County where they did her autopsy at. Okay, there you have it. That's the update on the Audrii Cunningham case. I was hoping to say that we found her alive, but sadly we didn't. And if you want to know more about cases I cover with unsolved and missing people, continue listening to Missing Miles. And you can email me at missingmiles@gmail.com if you have any suggestions. Also, I have my Facebook group up and running, Missing Miles. I'm trying to grow it, and I'm going to start putting other missing people on it that don't have enough information, that might have only like Charlie Project. So if you want to know more about that, come join my Facebook page. But until then, just wait until the trial happens and see what happens, and continue returning. Thank you for listening, and have a good one. Bye.